So let's see if I can explain this car in like 5 minutes. 900 kilograms, 900 regular horsepower, and that is combined of like 200 horsepower electric motors, or let's say 300 horsepower electric motors, and 600 of a 2-liter high revving V6 motor that also using the latest Koenigsegg free valve technology and everything. So this is also a very economic car with all of the systems that I have in mind for it. And if you want to know about more of this, then please go to the YouTube page and look at more videos that I've made on this car and just the descriptions that I've made. And that is just with the powertrain, 6-speed gearbox, no reverse gear, reverse will always be electric, and it is a multi-plated single clutch with like a sequential operating mechanism. So to get the car rolling, there is a clutch pedal on the steering wheel, and also you can do clutch kicks with the car. You can do e-boost, where you get where you unleash all of the electric potential that the car has, to get like a 1000 horsepower extra electric boost, because I wanted the car to have basically a video game feel to it, so that you can just hold down a button and you would get 1000 extra horsepower like you're using nitros in a video game. That was the purpose of that. And it's also single-seater, which is pretty amazing, I think, and it's also very important to mention. The dashboard and all of the telemetry that is in the car is attached to the door, so there isn't like a set dashboard, but you're basically pulling the door back to you to meet like the screens and everything. So that is also a very cool thing, if you ask me. There's a TV screen in the steering wheel that is also like something that is cool to me. I don't know why. The suspension is very I haven't seen it before, never. And a teacher that I used to have, a professor that I used to have at automotive engineering school that I used to go to, he kind of told me that you could also do this to flip it the other way around with the pull rod mechanism and everything. So that was like 2 years ago. So I basically just used everything that he said that you should be able to do, and I figured out a way to make it kind of sort of work. And if you look at the new Mercedes Project 1, they're not using a similar system, and I'm not saying that they're using anything that is close to what I'm using or that they copied it, whatever. I'm not trying to make any of those assumptions. But what I do want to mention is that with the sort of triple linked suspension that they are using, they're also using a pull rod instead of not a pull rod, but a pull rod spring mechanism. That is, instead of compressing the spring, they're kind of pulling it away from each other. If you want me to do, by the way, a video of the Mercedes and explain a couple of things that are on there, then I would love to do it. Small plug. But so there is also something that is in the car with an anti-roll bar mechanism that is also pretty sophisticated, with the hydraulic linking in there that can also work as added dampings to make the car ride softer, but also to make it stiffer and to make the anti-roll bar mechanism stiffer, and also at the same time to change the ride height of the car. That is maybe the best way to put that. The other thing with aerodynamics is that there are a lot of active elements behind the wheels. There will be a couple of flaps to adjust the air coming underneath the front splitter, and also at the same time that air will then be basically shot into the radiators, and those air will then exit out of the back of the car. But there's also a diffuser that is has two elements in a diffuser. That's also pretty cool. So it splits where the suspension arm, the wishbone, is kind of meeting it in the middle. So that looks cool, and also for aerodynamics it works pretty good. And there is also a very good mechanism for the rear wing that allows the wing to not only go up a lot, but really like 30-40 centimeters. And no, it was more than that. It's almost half a meter. And but also at the same time it moves back 20 centimeters. So the moment arm on that rear tire gets really big. So on at 250 kilometers, the car's producing more than 300-400 horsepower, something like that neighborhood. And I'm not just pulling those numbers out of my ass. It's actually like wind tunnel, not actual wind tunnel, but SolidWorks flow simulation. So those numbers are based on that. And if that is not a reliable source, then yeah, then those numbers should be verified in another manner. But however, that is also something that I was achieving for. So that was one of the goals that I wanted to accomplish. So high horsepower, 900 kilograms, high downforce also at the same time. The tires are pretty big. I believe I made 275 section at the front, 305 at the rear, and also I'm using Yasa 750R electric motors as the differential, also to do torque factoring. So it's an open differential mechanism that has at each end of the differential has also electric motor to do the torque factoring and also to do the reverse driving and all of that. So the reason why I didn't want the electric motor to be on the crankshaft is because you lose a lot of power to the transmission and everything, and I want it to be more like a direct drive thing. So that is also one of the things that I wanted to do with the car. This video is now 5 minutes long. I think I've said enough. Yeah, that's basically everything I want to say for the car. So that is like not an elevator pitch, but something like that. And I'm gonna just put a bunch of videos and pictures of the car in here, and hopefully somebody sees this and would say, I need to make that car, or we need to make something happen. So leave me some comments in the comment section what you think about everything that I'm talking about, and also just yeah, share this video as much as possible if you have some friends that might or are interested in this type of thing. And that is it for this video. So thanks for watching again. I'm Veldboom from SVA Design, and I will see you in another video very soon. Peace.